All right. Hit me with your top 10 of 2023, mate.
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Unlike James, I did not do 30 films because I knew my top 10.
What are some that didn't make it? Some that you may, that I might be surprised by?
Ooh,
You've spoiled Barbie already.
Barbie. Anatomy of a Fall does not feature.
Ooh.
Past
Okay.
Lives doesn't. Fast and Furious and The Flash. I was really tossing up between those.
Damn it.
Yeah, but no,
I
I
really
think,
thought they were going to make it in.
off the top of my head, I think those are the main ones that you'd be genuinely surprised.
Okay. All right. Hit me with the top 10. Go for it.
Number 10. I have John Wick Chapter 4.
No.
Hey, it's our favorite, all right?
Ugh.
Not what we think is the
Respect
best.
it.
Our favorite. It
Yes.
had all the elements of the previous John Wick's films in a most entertaining way. You know, the visuals were fantastic. You got the whole bird's eye sort of take when he's in the hallway with that, we call it the dragon's breath shotgun, where he shoots and
Yep.
just breathes fire. Like, that was an
Yeah.
excellent shot, and that was all done in one take as well. That scene was awesome. Then you got the ridiculous like staircase scene where he's fighting up a staircase, getting knocked down, and then going back up. Like, you could tell that in this movie they treated him as like that, like, because there was criticisms about how he can just fall off a building and somehow still alive. I think the director was like, you know what, I'm gonna have some fun with this and double down on it, and purposefully put him in these stupid, ridiculous situations and have him survive.
Well, he jumps out of the building, bro, and just lands on a car and just gets up and carries on running. Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're going for it.
Yeah, the only criticisms I do have that I can think of right now is that ending. You are right, it was severely rushed, and his character arc was rushed as well. And then the fact that there's now going to be a John Wick 5 apparently sort of devalues it a whole lot more now.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
we could just have to wait and see what that's all about. But yeah, that is number 10. Number 9 is Killers of the Flower Moon.
Ooh.
Mine is
I thought it'd be higher for you.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, nah.
All right. Why number 9?
Number 9, I pretty much for a majority of the points that you made in your honorable mentions, it was a fantastic looking film. The score was great, the acting was phenomenal. Leonardo DiCaprio, Lily Gladstone, Robert De Niro were all fantastic in it. And the fact that Scorsese's previous film, which is The Irishman, which was 3 hours, was a struggle to get through.
Felt like 6 hours, yeah.
When I found out the runtime for this, I was like, oh no, it's Irishman all over again. But it flew by so fast that you just were like, oh, is that it? I thought there was like
100%.
a whole another hour left. So that's the main reason why it is in number 9 and in my top 10. It is a shame that it didn't get... did it pick up any Oscar wins? I can't remember. I don't think it did.
No, it missed out.
Yeah,
especially for Lily Gladstone.
Yeah, it just
losing.
goes to show how competitive this year has been, and how much they fucked up by putting Lily Gladstone in Best Actress rather than Supporting, because she
Making that a point, yes.
because she probably would have come away with that Oscar. My number 8 is Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my goodness. Above Killers of the Flower Moon. I would never have guessed this.
Yeah, that was just an enjoyable, fun film. I think it was, it came out around about this time last year, right?
Yeah, around March time, yep.
Yeah. So it was like one of those first films where we started getting back into the MG things, and it was a great way to, start. It was just so fun. The scenes were funny, and they weren't like cringy sort of forced sort of jokes. They were just natural jokes. I can spoil shit. Yeah, it's been out for a year. The cameo of Bradley Cooper was just so like bizarre, but it was done in like a funny ass way. That was awesome.
Maestro himself, eh?
Maestro
Showed up.
himself, yep. Actor of the Year. He was in 3 films this year.
Wait, what was the third one?
Guardians.
Oh, Yeah, well, he didn't. Yeah, he released it. Sure. Yeah, but yeah, fair props. All right.
Yeah, and the graveyard scene is just absolutely like probably one of the funniest scenes I've seen all year, if not this decade.
Yeah,
it's
goated.
just
Love that scene.
hilarious. So, yeah, that is why it's at number. What was it? 8. Lost count
Yes.
there.
It's your list. You should know this.
Yeah, but I didn't number it. I just have it like listed.
Oh my gosh. All right.
All right, number 7, and I think this might surprise you a little. And yeah, it is The Holdovers. Is in at number 7.
Oh my. Bro, I thought this was going to be like a number 3, like a top 3 contender for you, honestly.
No,
But you've been glazing this movie hard as.
yeah, because I
Like, oh my god, I loved it more than Oppenheimer. Like,
I didn't say that.
no, you've been popping off about The Holdovers.
The acting, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I swear you said that it should win Best Picture or Best Director or something like that.
Probably as like a should win, not a will win. But yeah,
All right, why?
yeah, you went in so much depth that you pretty much like nailed every single point. But the main one is just the acting between Giamatti, Dominic Sessa, and Divine Joy Randolph. Like they literally between the three of them carried that entire film because they were only the majority, like they had the most screen time. That was fantastic, and just the way the characters between Giamatti's character and Sessa's characters, how they went from despising each other to, you know, respecting each other and understanding where each person comes from over the span of what, a Christmas period, so that let's say two-ish weeks.
Yeah, maybe even less time, but yeah.
Yeah, was absolutely fantastic, and it just made that payoff at the end absolutely phenomenal. You know, like you could tell that both Sessa's characters and Giamatti's characters have come such a long way over that 2-week period. That
100%.
Sessa pretty much sees him as a father figure, especially for what he did during the film for him as well.
Yeah, yeah,
So
for
yeah,
sure.
number.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
I think my list is going to trigger you from this point. Number 6 is Poor Things.
It's fair.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good spot. Good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo. I'm going to start with Mark Ruffalo before I get to Emma Stone because you pretty much said a lot about Emma Stone. But Mark Ruffalo was easily the second best part of this entire film, acting wise. Like, just the way, if Emma Stone's character was a rise, his show. What's the opposite of downfall? Rise? Risefall?
Yes.
Uprising?
Riseful. Uprising. There you go. Yeah.
Uprising. Then Mark Ruffalo shows a perfect, like, downfall as well. He was for like a cocky, sort of rich, you know, playboy. And then by the end of the film, he was a broken shell of a man that was begging Bella Baxter to take him. Like, it was a huge turnaround.
Gosh.
And then we get to Emma Stone. Like, you're right, probably the best performance of this decade, if not the past 10 years. For sure, definitely her best performance in her filmography. Well deserved of that Oscar. And just the way she captured, you know, Bella Beatrix going from like an immature little girl with a baby brain to like a full mature woman at the end of the film.
Yeah.
Was awesome. And then you have all the technical side of things, cinematography, set designs, production designs as well. You know, the penis-shaped windows in a brothel. How creative is that?
Too good.
Yeah. So that is in at number 6. Number 5. I think this is where you might be a bit.
Don't laugh. Don't do it.
Is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Oh my goodness.
It's a favorite.
Nah. No.
I got James triggered now. It's good. This is where I love
He
it.
got me. He's got me.
It's because you haven't seen it. You probably saw
Yeah, I
it.
know. I can't judge, but I know. I feel strongly that it wouldn't be in my top 5, but
Oh, definitely not. But it is
it's your favorites. Go ahead.
Yeah. When I first saw this trailer, I was so hyped for it. James knows how hyped I was. I was like, yo, this looks fantastic. It looks like similar to Spider-Verse, and just looks like it as if we were going to get a good iteration of the Ninja Turtles, and we did. Unfortunately, when it came out, I was down in Tauranga, so I missed it on the screening, and obviously the release slate, so I decided to wait until the 4K became available, and I purchased it, and I watched it one day, and Yep, it pretty much met my expectations, if not more. I just really
Fair.
liked the dynamic between the four turtles. They actually felt like, teenagers and brothers, rather than the live action where they didn't have that sort of brother bond.
Yeah.
It just felt a bit forced, but this one just seems very genuine, and the voice acting's fantastic. The score was probably one of my favorite parts of this. The score and soundtrack in it, it just used some hip hop, some R&B, a couple of guitar strings, and it was amazing. And the visuals, I mean, it can be compared to Spider-Verse, but hey, it's fantastic. So that's why
It's all a good thing. Yeah.
It's in at number 5. Number 4.
Oof.
You done?
No, yeah, just carry on, mate. Go ahead.
Number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I have that at number 4. Yeah, it's probably the Guardians franchise is probably one of the best trilogies. Definitely up there. I'm not going to say it is the best, but it is definitely one of the best. Definitely,
For sure.
Definitely the most consistent in terms of
Mm-hmm.
storytelling, character development, score, sound, visuals, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think James Gunn just absolutely nailed this out of the park. Gave the core Guardians of the Galaxies a satisfying end. The relation we dived into Rocket Raccoon's backstory a whole lot more, which is something some people were wanting ever since Guardians 1 came up, and we just really saw the dynamic between Chris Pratt's character and Rocket Raccoon probably a lot more in this one than his 2 other films and the Avengers films, because in those other films we saw how they were always bickering, they didn't really see eye to eye, almost like frenemies. In this film you just see Star-Lord just absolutely break down and like trying to do everything he can for his friend, even if it means him dying. So I think that was really great character development, and the visuals is fantastic as well. Just there was that shot of like a raccoon's face and a hand going it, and it just like morphed into adult raccoon. It was just seamless, so good.
So good. Should have won best visual effects, but it's a different conversation.
All right, number 3, Godzilla -1.
Oh no
I'm
way!
joking. I'm joking.
Okay.
I just did that to trigger you.
Great movie, but no. Bro, you had I was thinking. I thought you were dead serious. Go ahead.
Got him. It is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Number 3, same as you.
Oh, we might have the same top 3.
We'll see, probably.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much said it all. If this is their version of Infinity War, then we're waiting for the Endgame now. It's supposed to come out this year, but now we don't know when it's going to come out. But just that cliffhanger, that last 20 minutes is probably peak animation.
Yeah.
Like, it is just so well done. You're like sweating, you're tense of how gripping it is, and then it just cuts to black, and you're just like, oh, what is that? It's like big blue balls moment right there, for sure. And just just Miles Morales' character, being this sort of naive sort of kid that's always showing up late and stuff, having to like grow up away from his own universe with no real mentors around him, where it's just pretty much him versus the world. And we see that struggle and just see him pretty much fighting for his life and just want to go back to his own universe to save his dad. So yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Number 2 is the Iron Claw.
Ooh. How good.
How good. Same as your number 2.
I know.
As a professional wrestling fan, I really enjoy this. I liked how it didn't focus too heavily on the wrestling aspect and more on the storyline, because if you're going to do a film about the Von Erichs, you don't want the wrestling side of things, the pure stories through what happened to them and what that family went through. Anyone that knows about it will know exactly where I'm coming from. Anyone that's seen this film knows where I'm coming from. And if you haven't seen this film, go see it so you know where I'm coming from. It is fantastic. Zac Efron probably gave his career best performance. I think this is the year of like career best performances. I've never seen him any better in this film. Just that last scene alone where he's just completely breaking down around. It's just amazing and just probably the best acting I've seen from him in ages.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't even know that he had it in him. And the supporting cast was great as well. The 3 other brothers, they actually had a real good chemistry between each other. You know, they actually felt
They really did, yeah. They felt like it.
brothers. You know, and you could tell that Zac Efron really loved his brothers as well. Willing to do anything and everything for him. And the dad was fantastic as well. You know, he portrayed that sort of villainous, sort of being hard on your kids to become better aspect of it. And the visuals that they did for the wrestling sort of scenes was fantastic. You know, you could actually feel them running the ropes and how like tiring that is, and getting slammed onto the mat and everything. So yeah, it's my number 2, and my number 1 is obviously Oppenheimer.
Of course.
Best picture, best film of the year, favorite film of the year for sure. The fact that we got to see it on IMAX for the screening, because I know that we were worried and we were contemplating skipping the screening if it was not an IMAX. And just waiting, I think it was a day or two. I'm so glad that our first experience was on IMAX, because that's the only way to see this film. It is an absolute awesome film. The ending is by far the best part. I'm not sure about James. I'm pretty sure he's on the same boat as me, but that ending was lingering with me for a couple of weeks, you know, just about the message it told and just how true it came from that final line, and just really makes you see the downfall of humanity after that bomb dropped. Then you have all the technical aspects to it, you know, visuals and cinematography. They won Oscars for a reason, because it was absolutely jaw-dropping. The score was amazing. Ludwig Göransson just did a fantastic job, and is pretty much the new right-hand man for Christopher Nolan now. There's one Oscar under him. So I can't see Nolan going back to Hans Zimmer. So everything about this film was fantastic. Even the performances, you know. Best actor, best supporting. Robert Downey Jr., career best right here.
Yeah.
Third career
and
best.
just one of the most stacked, you know, ensembles of, you know, actors and actresses I think I've seen in a long time.
100%.
Yeah.
Even like characters that just had like a very minor supporting role. They were so significant. Like Gary Oldman. I didn't even know it was Gary Oldman until he mentioned it. And I was like, what?
Should have won Best Makeup and Hairstyling. That's why.
For that alone, 100% I agree. But yeah, that is my top 10. Number 1 is Oppenheimer. I mean, every chance we got on previous podcasts, we've always been raving about Oppenheimer, so it's not really any surprises that it was our number 1 for both of us. But what are your thoughts on my list? I know that you're gonna have a few comments for sure.
Ooh, mate, I have a few comments. I am surprised about the love for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I didn't think it'd be that high. I thought, I don't know, just between the conversations we've had throughout the year, didn't sound as high as that. The Holdovers, you just always made it seem like you love that movie a lot. I'm like, oh shit, this could actually really compete with Iron Claw or Oppenheimer or Spider-Verse for getting in that top 3 area. If I'm going to give you a letter grade, I'm going to give you a B.
No, I knew
a B. No, okay. All right, I'll give you a B+, because those top 3, it's fine. It works. It's good. But you had Turtles in there, so yeah, it gets you out of the A range, unfortunately, for that one.
Turtles is great.
Dungeons and Dragons at number 8. Like, I thought I would surprise you by having it in my top 10. The fact that it's high for you just shows how much we loved that movie, just 100%. From an enjoyment perspective. You know, it's just so enjoyable and rewatchable. What else did you have? Killers of the Flower Moon. I expected you to have that in there. Didn't really expect you to have, you know, Elemental, and I knew Poor Things would, you know, come in there for you as well. So, yeah, we're pretty much, you know, we have a lot of alignments with our list. So, it's solid. A few surprises in there, as every top 10 list should have. But, no, it's good. Honestly, this year just show, or like these lists that we've done, just show how stacked both, like the whole year was. It's just, there's so many to choose from.
For sure. I mean, if James had to write 30 films for 2023 this year and had a struggle to make it 10, this year's going to be a piece of piss for him, because there's zero competition out there. It was hard to do 10 movies for my top 10 most anticipated for this year. And I know one of them has gone to 2025. And one that was in consideration, Ballerina, is in 2025 now as well. So it's getting even thinner. It is. It is. It almost makes you think that you sort of wish that, you know, something like Killers came out this year, or even Barbie, or even May December. Because if they did, they might have picked up a hell of a lot more Oscars, especially Killers.
Yeah,
If Killers released
for
this year,
sure,
I think
Killers.
I think it would have been, you know, dominating.